Hello there. I'm David A. Specht, and I want to be your coach. If there's anything that I have learned in my 30 plus years of leadership and coaching, I have learned that mindset is everything. Join me and my guests as we explore the positives and negatives of that thing between our ears. This is Keep This in Mind. Good morning. Welcome to Keep This in Mind, brought to you by SpechtHealth.com. I am David A. Specht. Do you overthink? Do you get paralyzed with the idea of doing something new or different, something you've never experienced before, or something that you're unfamiliar with or not confident in? I have. And what I realize is that many times that anxiety that I feel is based in a story that's untrue. It's usually that goes something like this. Somebody suggests something new for me to do. And my immediate knee-jerk reaction is, nah, I'm good. But what's really going on in my head is this fear and anxiety over the things that I don't know, the unknown. What could happen here? I have this same anxiety when I fly. Am I going to get through the ticket agent right? Am I going to get through TSA fine? Am I going to fit in the seat? Is my luggage going to make it? What happens if the plane crashes? These things all go through my mind every time I fly. And sometimes I just have to walk through those things. Just recently, I took on a new side hustle, if you will, Uber. I drive an Uber car here, there, every so often. And you're like, why are you doing Uber? Are you having financial difficulties? Are you in a problem? No, it's not that. It's one of those things that I am pushing myself to experience new things. I started with Uber Eats, where I'm delivering food. And that was kind of cool because I didn't have to deal with anybody. I could just get their food, put it on their door, take a picture. Yay. Then I got to deal with the restaurants and then some people who wanted their food handed to them. So I had to overcome that. But then a friend of mine suggested that I go ahead and become a driver. He's like, David, you love driving. You've got some time. Why don't you do this thing? Do it in the evenings, whatever. And the fear began to flood over me. These are people I don't know riding in my vehicle. What? Are you nuts? Do you know how bad traffic is here? Do you know? You almost can't breathe. Does that sound like you sometimes when you're faced with a new task or something that you're not confident in yet? Here's what I do know. I did start driving, and I started enjoying it, and I started meeting some really cool people, and I started honing a skill in customer service that I had long since forgotten. I learned how to be engaging without talking somebody's ear off, but I also learned how to be quiet when somebody was not interested in talking. I learned different ways to get around town that I can apply in my daily work or daily life. But none of it would have happened if I had let the fear and anxiety stop me. If I became paralyzed by the unknown. So, David, great, good for you. But I can't do what you do. Okay, let's do some real practical things. Number one, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Learn all you can learn about that thing that scares the daylights out of you. Number two, strength in numbers. What do I mean by that? Look, I would love to tell you that I jumped out, hit the button on the Uber thing and said, hey, I'm here for the whole world. It's not true. What I did do, though, is I took my wife with me. Tina and I went out on Uber the first time together so that I had the confidence of being with a familiar person while I did this unfamiliar thing. So you need to find you somebody that can walk the walk with you. That when your anxiety rises up, they can rise up with you and help you walk through that anxiety to the desired outcome. Number 3, know who you are. Know that you can do hard things. You are stronger than you think you are. You are smarter than you think you are. You are more capable than you think you are. If you'll apply those 3 things to the next thing that brings you anxiety, something that you know you could, need to do, or is an opportunity for you, can I tell you what's on the other side of that? Satisfaction, joy, accomplishment. You see, after I did an entire shift of Ubering with Tina in the car, I realized how much fun it could be. I realized that it was not only something that I could do, but I could also do and maybe even enjoy it some. Now, I'm not about to become an Uber driver 100% of the time. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there are certain things in your life that you need to try, and your fear and anxiety have kept you from trying them. And who knows, you may, on the other side of that, find something you really, really enjoy, something that brings you a great deal of satisfaction, some impact that you've been wanting to make in the world, but you've just been in your own way keeping you from being able to do that. Oh, went back to the wrong screen. So I want to close with this. What is that one thing? And you know it because it's popped into your mind right now, because I know how my mind works. You overthinker, you. I'm one of them. What is that one thing you know you should have started by now that you haven't? What is the one thing? Maybe it's something at your job. Maybe it's a health journey. Maybe you have this fear and anxiety of all the things you're going to not be able to do because you're taking control of your nutrition, or you're taking control of your fitness, and now, I'm going to have to get up in the mornings, or I don't have. What is the one thing that you have not taken action on because of your fear and your anxiety? Can I encourage you today? Take one step towards it. Research it. Find somebody who'll walk the walk with you. Kick fear in the face and do it. It's Monday, guys. Let's go ahead and go after this week with everything. Don't let fear paralyze you. God bless. That is going to do it for this episode of Keep This in Mind. For more, visit davidaspecht.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you for listening, and remember, applied knowledge is power. God bless.